gift to you. May your soul sing loud and free, 'cause you are a gift to me. My soul holds a holy spark. You can even see it in the dark. Your soul is holy too. Yes, this is what I see in you. Elohai neshama shenatatabi. Elohai neshama shenatatabi tehorahim. Each soul one of a kind,
A little piece of the divine.
when you love what you create.
Your path will illuminate.
Each soul has an offering, a little gift that it can bring. So sing your song both near and far. The world needs you just as you are. Elohai neshama shenatatabi. Elohai neshama shenatatabi tehorahim.
Shabbat shalom, everyone. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here, whether you're with us here in the sanctuary or virtually. It's so nice to see everyone who I can at least see, and for those of you I can't see, hopefully it's nice to see me and our wonderful shul band. And I was with the preschool kids earlier today, and although many of them did not know what I was talking about, introduced them to the concept of Where's Waldo? Everybody remembers Where's Waldo, right? The big picture with all the little people, and somewhere in there is Waldo. And I said, if this was a big picture of Israel, there'd be a whole lot of people in the picture, and one little tiny guy, maybe with, well, it'd be a lot of people with kippot, but one little tiny guy who looks just like the rabbi, because that's where Rabbi is. Rabbi's in Israel right now. He's heading back this weekend. I'm sure he's going to have a lot to share with us when he gets back, and he'll be with us next Friday for our Women of TBI Shabbat. But I've talked to him a little bit, and obviously I don't have to emphasize what a powerful experience it has been to be in Israel and to visit the sites that he's visited and talk to the people that he's spoken with. So we're going to start off our first Friday's Erev Shabbat with little Nigun. Libby has her hand up. Does that mean you have a question, Libby? Huh? The other rabbi? If you see another rabbi here, let me know. We may be fortunate enough in a little while to have some guests, one of whom could be a rabbi. And when he arrives, I will let you know. He's even a little taller than our rabbi. Yes, Libby, one more question. Huh? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. One more time? That was a good question. That's right. Excellent, excellent. That's what Jewish children are judged by, not what they learn in school today, but did you ask a good question? So that was a very good question. Sorry I didn't have a better answer, but Let's start the service. What do you say? You all know the words to this, I think. They're not too hard. Go like this. Yada die 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 die. Yada die 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 die. La da die 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 die. Yada die 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 yada die. La da die 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 die. La da die 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 die. La da die 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 die. Die 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 die. Yada die 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 die. Yada die die. Yai die 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 die. Yada die 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 die. Yada die die. Yada die die. Yada die 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 die. Yada die die. Yai die 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 die. La da die 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 die. La da die 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 die. La da die 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 die. Yai die 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 die. Yada die 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 die. Yada die. Yai die 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 die. Yada die 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 die. Yada die. Yada die die. Yai die 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 die. Yada die die. Yai die 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 die. La da die 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 die. Join me. La da die 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 die. La da die 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 die. Yai die 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 die. So what I'd like to do right now, and Laura, if you're available, if you could help kindle our Shabbat lights. We turn to page 2 in our Sidurim in our prayer books. And you will notice that there are not only our 2 Nerot for Shabbat, but also a special third candle that we've been lighting ever since early October to make sure that we don't forget those who don't have the opportunity to celebrate Shabbat, those who are still held captive, those who may have perished in the war, we hold all of those in our hearts. So, Laura, if you would kindle the extra candle first. If you need some help, I can come by. We do have matches there. We have old school. I didn't mean it in the way that it might have sounded, by the way. Oh, there you go. Chat. Stein. Ushlosh. So cool. Thank you. So make 3 circles, one for ourselves and our families, one for those close to us, and one for all the people in the world. As we say the blessing together, I invite you to rise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech העולם אשר קידשנו במצוותיו וציוונו להדליק נר של Shabbat. You may be seated. We're going to just take a brief moment of quiet meditation to kind of review the week. It's customary in many congregations to sing a psalm for each day as the lead up and the warm up to the Shabbat service. We're not going to do that tonight, but we want to kind of carry forward the idea by just taking a few moments to think back, starting on Saturday evening through the challenges, and there were a few in our community in the earlier part of the week, through the good times, and just sit and hopefully focus on the positive things and the love that we experienced over the last 6 days. With our hearts and our minds centered, we're now ready to welcome the Shabbat as if she were a queen or a bride or just a thing of beauty as we turn to page 20 in our prayer books for Lecha Dodi. Lecha Dodi. Your turn now. Lecha Dodi. Likrat Kala. B'nei Shabbat. B'nei Shabbat. Lecha Dodi. Likrat Kala. B'nei Shabbat. Nikabela. Lecha Dodi. Likrat Kala. B'nei Shabbat. Nikabela. Lecha Dodi. Likrat Kala. B'nei Shabbat. Nikabela. Shamol ezachor b'dibor echad. Yishmi'anu el hamiuchad. Adonai echad u'shmo echad. L'shemo tiferet v'litchila. Lecha Dodi. Likrat Kala. B'nei Shabbat. Nikabela. Lecha Dodi. Likrat Kala. B'nei Shabbat. Nikabela. Likrat Shabbat. Lechuven elcha. Mekor habracha merosh mikadem משוכה ומעשה במחשבה תחילה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה O נתעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורך קומי אורי, 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 שדברי כבוד אדוני עלייך בגלל לך דודי, לקראת כלה, פני שבת, נקבלה, לך דודי, לקראת כלה, פני שבת, נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה. I invite everyone to rise and face the door as we welcome Shabbat. Bohi v'shalom ateret ba'ala gam b'simcha uv'sola tol kabunei am skula Boi kala, boi kala, lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat, nekabela, lecha dodi, likrat kala. B'nei Shabbat nekabela. You may be seated. We're going to continue with our Chatzi Kaddish on page 26. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah ve'alma divrach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei b'kai echon u'yom echon u'v'chayed echol ben Yisrael Bagala, Bagala, Ubizman Kariv, Veimeru, Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevarach, Le'alam Ulalmei Almaya, Yitbarach. Yitbarach ve'yishtabach ve'yitpa'ar ve'yitramam ve'yitnaseh ve'yithadar ve'yitaleh ve'yithalal shemei dekudeshab richu le'ela min kol birkata ve'shirata Tushbechata v'nechamata da'amira Aaron be'alma ve'imeru Amen. We rise for Baruch Hu, our call to prayer on page 28. Oh, am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Do you understand? Oh, am I awake? Am I aware? Yada die die die, 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 yada die die die. Baruch Hu at Adonai Hamevorah. Baruch Adonai Hamevorah Le'olam va'ed Le'olam va'ed. Yada die die die, 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 die 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 die, yada die die die, yada die die die. Last three lines on page 30. El Chai v'Kayam Tamidim Lochaleinu Le'olam va'ed Baruch Ata Adonai Hamariv Haravi. If it is your custom to remain standing for Shema, we do so. Page 34 and 35. Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam va'ed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam va'ed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. be seated. Let's join together on page 37 in the English, and then we'll conclude with the last Hebrew paragraph on 36. Together. Love your God with every heartbeat, with every breath, with every conscious act. Keep in mind the words I command you today. Teach them to your children. Talk about them at work, whether you are tired or you are rested. Let them guide the work of your hands. Keep them in the forefront of your vision. Do not leave them at the doorway of your house or outside your gate. They are reminders to do all of my mitzvot so that you can be holy for God. I am Adonai, your God. I led you out of Egypt to become your God. I am Adonai, your God. 36. Leman tizkeru va'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'item kedoshim lelohechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem asher otzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem lelohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem. Adonai Elohechem emet. As we turn forward to page 40, we recall that throughout our history, we have often found ourselves in Mitzrayim. Mitzrayim literally means a narrow place, a place where we feel trapped, a place where we can't move, and a place that we're not sure we're ever going to get out of. While there may be some similarities to present-day times, by forming a community, by forming a strong community, by emphasizing the bonds that we have together, no matter where on the sort of intellectual or sometimes political spectrum we may fall, when we claim and embrace our identity as Jews, we always are able to find the resources to carry us forward. So I'd like to invite you all to join with us for Mi Chamocha, and if you can't sing along, you can certainly clap along or just kind of rock back and forth. We have a huge percussion section here today, led by Chris Gacci. Welcome back, Chris. She hasn't been able to be with us the last few months. And Yoa, what do we call Yoa's Jangling Army? How about that, or something like that? I don't know. I just made that up. We'll think of something. By the end of the service, we'll think of something more appropriate. Kamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, Torah tehilot osei v'eleh. Malechutecha ra'u v'necha bokei hayam, libnei Moshe u'Miriam. Zeli anu ve'amru Adonai imlo L'olam va'ed Yadadai Yadadadadai Yadadadai Yadadadai Adonai imlo L'olam va'ed V'ne'emar Ki v'ad Adonai et Yaakov
ugalo miyad chazak mimenu, Baruch atah Adonai, Gal Yisrael. We turn one page forward to Hashkivenu, our prayer for divine protection, our prayer that a Sukkot Shlomecha, a tabernacle of peace, be placed over us as we rest and then we awake to life renewed. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom Ve'amidenu shomreinu V'chayim Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom V'hamidenu shomreinu lechayim Ufros alenu Sukkot shlomecha Ushmor tzedkenu Ufros alenu Sukkot shlomecha Ushmor tzedkenu uvoenu Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom V'hamidenu shomreinu lechayim Baruch atah Adonai haporei sukat shalom Aleinu ve'al kol amo Ve'al Yerushalayim This one's a finger snapper and a hand clapper. So let's try it. Our DNA says yes, we can clap or snap on 2 and 4 in a 4-beat measure. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Everybody's got it. Excellent. Prayer of gratitude for Shabbat. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat l'asur et ha-Shabbat l'dodotam berit olam. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat l'asur et ha-Shabbat Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael, Oti leolam, Oti leolam, Oti leolam, Veshamru b'nei Yisrael, Et Hashaban, Lasur et Hashaban, Ledorotam berit olam. Ki sheishet yamim, Asa Adonai, et hashamayim ve'et haaretz ve'shamru b'nei Yisrael et hashavan lasur et hashavan l'dodotam berit olam. U'yom hashvi, Shabbat v'yinafash, Shabbat v'yinafash, Shabbat v'yinafash, Deep breath time. In just a moment, we will enter into our tefillah space, our Amidah, the core liturgy of every Shabbat service. So we're going to start it off, and we'll start it slow. We'll build with Adonai Svatai Tivtach, which I think is on page 46, if I'm not mistaken. Moving on to 48, 50, and 52 about Givurot and Kedusha. And as you are so moved and so able, you may choose to rise. Ananananana Adonai, Ananananana Svatai Tivtach, Ananananana Ufi Yagid, Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha, Ananananana Adonai, Ananananana Svatai Tivtach, Ananananana Ufi Yagid, Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha, Ananananana Adonai, Ananananana Svatai Tivtach, Ananananana Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora El Elyon Yomel Chasadim Tovim V'Koneh Hakol V'Zocher Chasdei Avot Ve'imaot U'Mevi Geula Livnei V'neihem L'ma'an Shemo Be'ahava Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen Baruch atah Adonai Magid Avraham ve'ezrat Sarah Atah gibor le'olam Adonai b'chayei hakol atah Rav lehoshia Mashiv haruach u'morid agashem Mechalkel chaim b'chesed Mechayei hakol berachamim rabim Somech noflim verofech olim Umatir asurim Umekayem emunato Lishenei afar Micha mocha ba'al gevurot Umido melach Melech meimid umchayeh Umatzmiach Yeshua V'ne'eman ata lehachayot hakol Baruch atah Adonai Mechayeh hakol. Page 52. You are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Baruch atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh. Please take a moment of private meditation, either using the words of the book, either right-hand side or left side, or the prayers of your own heart. And when you have completed, you may feel free to be seated. Yum bum 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 ba bum 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 bottom bum bum bum. Yadam bottom 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 yum bam 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 ba 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 yum bum 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 ba bum yum bum bottom bum bum bum. Yadam bottom 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 bum. You can try that with us. Yum bum 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 ba bum 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 bottom bum bum bum. Yadam bottom 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 bum bum. Yabba bum 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 bottom. Yum bum bottom bum bum bum. Yadam bottom 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 bum. Yididai. Yididai 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 yididai. Yididai 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 yum bum 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 badum bum bum badum bum bum bum. Yadam bottom 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 bum bum. Yadada yum bum 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 badum. Yadam bum bum bum. Yadam bottom 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 bum. Yadada 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 yum bum 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 badum bum bum bottom bum bum bum. Yadam bottom 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 bum bum. Yadada yum bum 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 badum. Yadam bottom bum. Yadam bottom 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 bum. For those of you who may not be familiar, we call that Menachem's Nigun. It was written by Reb Menachem Mirsky, who's now rabbi of Congregation Beth Shalom down in Long Beach. But we knew him when? So I am honored yet humbled to be able to share a word of Torah with you. In lieu of Rabbi Kupitz, as we mentioned earlier in the service, he is in Israel, traveling back over the weekend. And I am not going to take credit for this one, but this is a Dvar Torah written actually a couple of years ago by Rabbi Mary Zamor, who is the leader of the Women's Rabbinic Network. And she wrote something I think is very relevant to Parashat Ki Tisa in this year of 5784, and this is what she had to say. As former slaves, the Israelites were no strangers to backbreaking labor to glorify Pharaoh and Egyptian deities. During their transformational journey from Egypt to the Promised Land, the Israelites built two notable structures for their own use. The first, the Mishkan, the portable tabernacle, was commanded by God, with its details shared throughout the book of Exodus. The other is the golden calf, which is described in this week's Parsha. Extreme opposites in impact and legacy, these two structures represent the best and the worst uses of human capital and wealth in the face of fear. Throughout their wilderness journey, the Israelites struggle with feelings of insecurity. At times of challenge, they long for what they knew, their old lives. They complain bitterly. "What have you done to us, taking us out of Egypt? It is better to serve the Egyptians than to die in the wilderness." The construction of the golden calf is rooted in this continual sense of dread. In Ki Tisa, while Moses is away for days receiving the law from God on Mount Sinai, a faction from among the Israelites confronts Aaron, demanding that he make them a god to lead them. Aaron responds by ordering the men to, quote, "Tear off the gold rings that are on the ears of your wives, your sons, and your daughters, and bring them to me." The collected earrings are molded into a calf, and the people exclaim, "This is your God, O Israel, who brought you out of the land of Egypt." Jewish tradition considers the idolatrous worship of the golden calf to be the gravest sin committed by the Israelites, with God's punishment for this disloyal act continuing for generations. In the Talmud, the school of Rabbi Yani taught that Moses defended the Israelites and faulted God, saying, quote, "The gold and silver you lavished upon Israel during the exodus from Egypt until they said enough caused Israel to make the golden calf." This attempt to diffuse God's anger against the unfaithful Israelites upholds the idea that wealth is a naturally corrupting force. The counter-argument is that the Israelites' creation of the Mishkan demonstrates that wealth can be used for good. It was fear and trepidation, not wealth, that led to the creation of the idolatrous golden calf. Our tradition grapples with why the Israelites became fearful in Moses' absence. The rabbis offer an imaginative explanation that the Israelites became worried due to a miscommunication concerning Moses' return. When he did not appear at the expected hour, Satan misled the Israelites with the lie that Moses had died. According to this explanation, building the golden calf was the desperate act of a people who feared being leaderless. A more rational explanation of the golden calf was given by Yehuda HaLevi in the 12th century Spain, who argued that the Israelites were, quote, unable to dispense with an image to which they directed their worship, because they were surrounded by pagan idolaters. Halevi's words highlight the discomfort the Israelites felt during the shift from inhabiting a world of polytheism to one of monotheism centered on a deity without form or body. In Moses' absence, they revert to the Egyptian ways. A structure devoted to God, the Mishkan, also addresses the Israelites' unease. This portable tabernacle provided a focus for the Israelites' connection with God, as described, quote, "And let them make me a sanctuary that I may dwell among them." It's right there on the wall. God, however, is not limited to any space. In a midrash, Moses even asks, "Master of the universe, the highest heavens cannot contain you, and yet you say, 'Let them make me a sanctuary.'" Rabbi Umberto Cassuto, Italian of the 20th century, provides the answer. Quote, "Once they set out on their journey leaving Mount Sinai, it seemed to them as though the link had been broken unless there was in their midst a tangible symbol of God's presence among them." The Mishkan, therefore, is designed to both soothe the Israelites. The Mishkan, therefore, is designed to soothe the Israelites in a time of discomforting transformation. During times of uncertainty, we can react in a golden calf manner, trying to replicate the past, or in a Mishkan manner, gathering others' talents and resources to find a solution for the common good. Communal anxiety runs high today, and it is tempting to seek comfort in what we have known and done before. Transformative solutions, however, require that we move forward to stability and the betterment of all. In fear, what will we choose to build? May we build a Mishkan as an answer to the challenges, leading us forward, connecting us to God and to each other. The words of Rabbi Mary Zamor. I don't know whether my friend is prepared or not to just say shalom, but I invited Bethany Slater, who is the director of Hillel of the Claremont Colleges, to join us today. It's been a difficult few weeks, and the community, at least the local community of Claremont, kind of banded together to support the students of the Claremont Colleges and really the wider community as we gathered pretty effectively, I would say, at the Claremont City Council meeting this past Tuesday. And we haven't really had a chance to engage with Bethany as a community. She's got enough to handle over on the other side of College Avenue. But I don't know, do you feel comfortable just saying shalom, or stand up and let us give you jazz hands, whatever you choose?
That's all the rest of you. That's been great. I was so impressed.
Rabba. And as we know, I don't want to say the struggle, but the responsibility continues as we see other opportunities cropping up in our community where there needs to be a balance of voices heard. We will likely have future call to actions, maybe sooner, maybe hopefully a little later, but please don't hesitate if you are so moved to respond as you did earlier this week when the call went out. So thank you. And I'd like to take this opportunity to ask us to turn to page 253 in our Sidurim as we hold in our hearts all those who are in need of healing, healing of body, healing of mind, and healing of spirit. If you have a name that you would like to share, you'll have an opportunity to do that when I walk through the center aisle, and if you're online with us and would like to share a name in the chat, please feel free to do so as well.
Blessed our mothers, blessed our fathers from ancient days. Bless and heal those in our hearts, and hear our prayer as we say their names. Austin, Sue Toback, Rosalind Lefkowitz, Helen Weinfeld, Pam Poliakoff, Kathy Blumenfeld, Katen Antrim, Jennifer Rudin, Brad Holland, Serena Postal, Robert Strober, Nomi Kravitz, Lori Snyder, Charity Rezadeh, Mike Klein, Joel Beasy, Gloria Foster, Rita Warshaw, Robert Gerard, Adele Harris, Brenda Fong Gerard, Jan Marcus, Marla Fregoso, Al Shapiro, Jeff Nelson, Robert Waldman, Barry Gustafaro, Udit Gratz-Delang, Ava Laxon, Audrey Kubel, Deborah DeLang, James Stead, Rita Elias, Stephen Gilbert, Sharon Zaki, Neil Barron, Olivia Holland, Bill Hughes, Ed Means, Stephanie Holland, Stan Stein, Virginia Guzman, Suzette Guzman, Marilyn Rudin, Claudia Phillips, Kenneth Phillips, Sandy Gunn, Ron Gilman, Julie Ben Simon, Eric Baldwin, Rabbi Jules King, Faye Bernstein, Rabbi Mel Young, and Iris Krentzman. Howard Bush, Mary Ellen DeMarco, Margie Waldbillig. Hakadosh Baruch Hu Yemalei Rachamim Aleihem. Oh, bless and heal those in our hearts, and hear our prayer as we say their names. Today's the 1st of March. And in order for it to fully roar like a lion, we need to honor all those who have birthdays in the month of March. So if you have a birthday in the month of March, I invite you to gather in the back of the sanctuary. Anybody besides Libby? Yeah, and if you are tall enough to serve a functional role by holding up our big talit, I would invite you to come to the beamer right now. We have at least one tall person. John's got that. Uh-oh. No, we have 2 bags. Thank you. All right, here we go. Are you ready? Yom Huledet Sameach. Yom Huledet Sameach. Yom Huledet Sameach. Yom Huledet Sameach. Plenty of room in the front. Come on, Michael. Get in there. Get in there. It is our prayer that this coming year be one of good health, good fortune, and good luck, and good experiences, and all the blessings that we can possibly send your way. We do so at this time as we offer you the traditional blessing of that God told Moses to tell his brother to offer anytime you bless the people. Yivarechecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha May the Holy One bless you and sustain you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunaka. May the Holy One turn its face to you and be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May the Holy One bestow upon you the most precious of all gifts, the gift of wholeness, the gift of completeness, the gift of peace. And we say together, Amen. And as a token of our recognition of your birthday, we have, and I believe that it is our chocolatier's birthday today, even though he lives down in Oceanside. Not today, but this month. He would have, if he was here, he would be there. But Mark Feynman, we are eternally grateful for your talents and your creativity in creating these delicious chocolate pencils that actually write if you sharpen them, but you have to eat the chocolate first. Because the eraser side is on this side. So don't eat the eraser. It is not chocolate. Should we sing them out? A one, two. Yom Huledet Sameach. Come on down, Living. Yom Huledet Sameach. 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 Can I get an oh yeah? Oh yeah. So before we move on to our announcements, I'd like to offer a prayer for peace, turn our hearts to Eretz Yisrael. I chose not to use the one that is in our Siddur tonight in favor of one written by Alden Solovoy, who is kind of a liturgist in residence in our Reform movement, who's written some very moving verse over many years, but particularly in the last 5 months. This is called For the Return of Peace. O peace, you fleeting dream. O justice, you fickle hope. Today we do not pray in your name. Today we pray in the name of the children who have never met you, who have not been blessed with your love or your truth. Surely their cries must someday drive you out of hiding, summoning you to cast your healing upon all the earth. One God, ancient and merciful, justice and peace are yours. Halt their retreat from the world and send them to us for good. Do it for the sake of your name. Do it for the sake of your right hand. Do it for the sake of holiness. Do it for the sake of your children, so that all may live in the fullness of your gifts as one family on earth under your canopy of love. From Alden Solovoy. Laura?
Shabbat Shalom again. Thank you. So on behalf of the Board of Trustees, I thank you for being here, both in the sanctuary and online. And a very big Toda Rabbah to Cantor Paul, who inspired us tonight with his words, his heart, his music, and led us in prayer. Thank you, Cantor Paul. Jazz hands to our wonderful shul band, woohoo, who Cantor Paul will introduce individually in a little bit. And appreciation to Sean Peterson, who makes sure that our friends and neighbors online get to hear us and see us. Thank you, Sean. For the Oneg, thanks to our administrator, Barry Weisband, and fellow congregants for providing tonight's Oneg. And to our dedicated challah helpers, whom you will see in a little bit. Thanks to tonight's greeters, Kylie Sykes, Vicki Hollander, Judy Rose, and Sharon Regalado. You know, we always do this because it's important to thank people. They always make sure they're here, and they're here early, and they get everything ready. So thank you all very much. After the service, join us in the social hall for kiddush, motzi, refreshments, and conversation. Please remember to extend a greeting to someone you haven't met yet. And there are some people here. We have young families. We have oldsters like me. And it's very nice to say hello to those we don't know. Speaking of that, in these fraught times that Cantor has alluded to, and we are all very aware, we need a place of peace and comfort and belonging. And Temple Beth Israel is that to us. So we would like to extend our circle of faith and friendship to other members of the Jewish people. So if I'm making an ask on behalf of the board, if you have friends, neighbors, coworkers who are Jewish and whom you think are not affiliated and might be interested in coming here for some comfort and warmth, please think about inviting them to a service, to a class, to an event, and let us enlarge our beloved Jewish world. So, in conclusion, I would like to mention a few wonderful things that are happening to which you could invite some friends. The first, on a sadder note, but a very informative one, Rabbi Kupitz's excellent, timely class, Anti-Semitism, Its Origins to the Present, continues this Wednesday, March 6th, and the following Wednesday, March 13th. Many of us attended the first class. It's quite extraordinary. We all learned quite a bit. Don't miss it. If you can make it, it would be great. Secondly, something very special is coming next Saturday night, or the 9th, and that is the Men of Reform Judaism are honoring the Man of the Year, who this year happens to be our own Lance Wadsky, who is very involved in brotherhood and other things. So there's details in Kehila, the Tikiyah, our Facebook page, and the website for you to get more information about all these things. As mentioned before, next Friday night is a very special Shabbat, the Women of Temple Beth Israel Shabbat. There are readings, there's poetry, and there's a superb oneg. I'm sure you wouldn't come just for that. But it is a very special, this is probably the 3rd or 4th annual WTBI Shabbat. Finally, most fun of all, join us Saturday night, March 16th, for the 70s Purim Disco Party. It will be such a hoot that you won't even know it's a fundraiser. So be there or be square, and don't forget your sunglasses and your go-go boots. Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, Laura. And your masks. Don't forget your masks or your three-cornered hats or any of the Purim-related garments. It is a fundraiser. There's no D in that. Shul Band. Thank you, as always, for everything that you contribute to our service. Reed Grotz on keyboard, Ed Beardsley on bass, Al Shapiro on woodwinds, Chris Gacci and Jody Kuhnman on, she probably played something of it. She beat on the Siddur at least. And I think, how about this? How about Marcus and the yo-yos? Our additional percussion team, Marcus Kratzelang and his friends from University of Laverne. Speaking of University of Laverne, we've always had such a warm and supportive relationship with the university. And you may have heard, if you watched the council meeting or listened to it, if you watched it live or listened to it afterwards, you may have heard Councilman Jedliano mention the Inland Valley Interfaith Working Group for Mideast Peace. It's something I've been involved with since its inception. I guess I'm one of the founders. And it's been very difficult to have challenging conversations since October 7th. But I pray and I hope and I think that it might be, the time might soon be coming. So in conjunction with the University of Laverne and their Director of Spiritual Life, Zander Wagner, we are planning a forum at the University of Laverne on Sunday, October 13th, if that's the right date. It's that Sunday. I think it's the 13th. No, it can't be. Yeah, it might be the 13th. Sunday, October 13th at 6:30 p.m. It will feature our president, Professor Gary Gilbert, and Ahmed Soba, a longtime friend of ours who is the former head of the Islamic Council of Southern California, along with some other presenters. Yes. I said October, April. Did I say October? I said October enough times tonight that I think that I ask you for your understanding why I might have slipped. Thank you for for the correction. Is April 13th a Sunday? 14th. April 14th, Sunday night, 6:30. So Gary Gilbert, Ahmed Soba, a couple of other panelists will be there. It's not a win or lose situation, but at least so that all communities can at least begin to hear from other communities and hopefully over the coming months, weeks, years, however long it takes, rebuild some of the bonds of friendship and understanding that we had worked so hard to create that have been damaged. So may that be the will of the Holy One. I invite you to rise if you are able for Aleinu L'Shabbat as we close our service. Begin to, anyway. Page 283. 2, actually, on the right-hand side. Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הרצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. 287. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד. At this moment, we take some time to remember those who have died at this time, at seasons past, or those who have died in recent days. We particularly remember this evening the yurtzites, the anniversaries of the death of Mildred Blenman, Stanley Pethig, Haskell Pontak, Elsie Hirsch, Belinda Johnson, Abraham Metlitsky, Ruth Parks, Benjamin Plax, Hyman Ansell, Simon Bermanis, Neil David Baker, Louis Eckstein, Bonnie Franklin, Edward Gillespie, Lizzie Purvis, June Singer, Harriet Wish Guzman, Robert Austin, Estelle Greenberg, Betty Lutsky, Dorothy Rosenak Janoff, Edith Steinberger, Betty Starr Sugarman, Esther Baker, Max Joseph Davis, Frida Goldman, and Phil Schachter. We also remember the recent death of William Friedman, uncle of Jane Quatcher. If you are wanting to say a name of someone close to you that has passed away either at this time in seasons past or recently, please do so as I come through the congregation. If you are remembering somebody and you're with us online, please place that name in the chat. If you're in a time of mourning or observing a yurtzeit, I invite you to rise at this time. And if it is your custom to rise in love and support of those who mourn, I invite you to do so as well, as you are able, as we join together for Kaddish Yatom, Mourners Kaddish on page 294. Yitgadal v'yitkadash Shemei Rabbah. Be'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei. B'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael. Ba'agala v'zman kari v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevarach le'olam u'lalmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal shmei dekudsha b'richu. La'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us, to all Yisrael, and to all humankind, to which we say, Amen. So we will close with the final paragraph of Adon Olam on page 321. Beyado, if you're comfortable, it's our custom to make a physical connection, however delicate, with your neighbor. So find if you're comfortable, find a hand or a glove or an arm or whatever works. I always find it a little awkward to do the two sides and all of the multiple repeats. So without Rabbi to partner with tonight, I think we'll do the slightly shorter version. Be'ado av kidruchi erishan ve'a'ira ve'imruchi geviati Adonai li velo ira. Imruchi geviati. Adonai li velo ira. My soul I give to you, my spirit in your care. Draw me near, I shall not fear. Hold me in your hand. Draw me near, I shall not fear. Safely in your hand. Beyado, Beyado of Kidruchi, Beini Shan Ve'ira, Beimruchi Geviati, Adonai li velo ira, Beimruchi Geviati, Adonai li velo ira. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. Thank you for joining us online here in the sanctuary. Please join us in the social hall for Kiddush and Motzi. And Shabbat. Have a peaceful, restful, and joyous Shabbat. Thanks so much for being here. Lehitraot.